All right. And immediately my voice goes out.
Mine too.
All right. I'm Janet, and I'm here with Anja.
Hello.
And she was one of the past participants of the Soulpreneur Awakening. And so she has been kind enough to spend a few minutes today chatting with me about her experience so that I can share it with all of you. So Anja, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So my name's Cough. My name's Anja Simmons, and I am a parenting coach and a yogi. And I combine those to support mothers and parents in feeling successful as they parent their children, and feeling that they have support around making their parenting decisions and to parent differently from how they thought they would maybe parent too, and combining my experience as a trained British nanny and also a mum of two. And that's kind of who I am in terms of my business.
Awesome. Thanks. Can you tell me how you were feeling about your business and your life and just in general before you signed up for the Soulpreneur Awakening? What was going on in April?
Yes.
Aside from the pandemic.
that changed everything. Yeah. So for me, I remember being really out of touch with what I wanted. I was very unmotivated. I felt very lethargic, and I didn't have any oomph, as we would say in England, in me to do anything. I didn't feel like posting. I didn't feel like engaging. And definitely pandemic obviously would have made that maybe bigger focus. But I usually I can get quite creative and feel quite excited about moving forward in my business, and that had all gone.
Mm-hmm. So what was it that made you say yes when I put out the call for this new program that I was launching? Like, what did you think was going to happen? What were you hoping was going to happen?
Good point. Well, I know I really like you and have worked with you previously. And so I really liked that it was going to be something different, a different approach. I was kind of, I think, even skeptical at the beginning a little bit, feeling like, well, might as well try this, this kind of idea. But I think also I liked the idea of the way that you were approaching it. You weren't giving me new strategies and new techniques and post this many times and market this way. I didn't want any more of that. I wasn't even in that headspace at that time. It wouldn't have helped me. And I liked your side of your healing, and I love Reiki anyway. And so that's really what sort of sparked it for me, that okay, let me try something completely different to what I have been doing in the past. From sort of how low I was feeling, it seemed like a wonderful option to give a try to.
Awesome. And was it a good decision?
It was. It was a great decision, and it was so impactful, more in the way that the process worked. Because at the beginning you go, okay, fine, I get a reading. Okay, which I always have loved readings and angel card readings and intuitive things that I'm familiar with and enjoy. But having that tied in to the healing sessions and the Reiki and things, at first you just go, oh, I just felt better afterwards. That's how I kind of just felt. And then gradually just my whole energy, my support, my creativity, the way I feel about life, the way you reminded me through the different topics that you had, to tune in and to think about and to realign myself, get back into sort of what it is I really want. And so, yes, definitely a very good decision.
Good. Um, tell tell me a little bit, like, what was the biggest change? Like, what has happened since? So we ended your run of the program at the end of July. Has there been anything like big or like something that you've done since then, or that's happened since then, where like would never have happened before, if that makes any sense? I was kind of struggling there for that question.
No, I definitely. So let's start first thinking small things or smaller things was definitely, you have such a great way of holding space. And so for me, that I felt really supported, and I'm not very good at asking for help or reaching out. So to have that throughout the program really sort of was really touching for me, was a big change that I realized as I go forward on getting support, getting help is okay. And also how these healing sessions are like little lifelines for me in being in touch with myself, in being able to release what no longer serves me throughout my body and my subconscious and all of that, and not necessarily always in the practical mind. And then, yeah, the big one for me was I have been manifesting for over 2 years about interviewing Leonie Dawson on parenting. And just near the ending of our program there, I had actually put it aside. I hadn't thought much more of it. I'd had it on a vision board for about 2-3 years. I didn't even have a thing that I would interview her on, but that was, I was so curious about her parenting, and that has definitely sparked what I'm working on now. But she said yes, that I could interview her regarding her parenting. And it's not like she's my buddy, just reaching out for. And so
right, like she's in Australia. She's in Australia. Yeah, she's nowhere close to us in Canada.
No. And I've just been a follower and a supporter of her for a long time. And that definitely, I think, your healing, your work, your energy healing, all of those things aligned me to be, when the question came out via her that she would be interested in being interviewed on things, that I, without hesitation, I didn't think about, well, I don't have a podcast, or I don't have, what am I interviewing on? I just was like, yes, can I would love this. And they said yes. And then I'm like, woo, wow, now what do I do? But it was a yes I needed. It was almost like a yes from the universe.
Full body yes.
Yes. So that definitely, I would say you aligned me for that. Yes, absolutely.
Amazing. And I know, like you said, you just said like you were a little bit skeptical beforehand. And I also know that you questioned like it's a 12-week program. And you were like, does it really have to be that long? And then I think you kind of changed your mind on that.
I did. And actually, that's such a good point. I've forgotten that bit, because I feel like a kid when people say, oh, it's a this week long. I think, oh, God, I don't know if I can stay motivated for it this long. I don't. But it wasn't about that at all. It was about showing up once a week for our session. And then the rest of the stuff is like icing on the cake, like all your beautiful information on money and manifesting and aligning yourself. Everything you did was like the icing that you could go in and out of, that you could go listen to, you could review, you could ask questions about, right? And so it was I looked forward to the sessions. I looked forward to the topics each week. Like, it wasn't work for me. It was awesome. Like you took care of me in that. So 12 weeks wasn't long enough, actually. I needed it longer.
Well, it's not an exclusive event. You can sign up as many times as you like.
There you go. Well worth it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Or let me mull that one over. Let me see what comes from that. But yeah. I just wanted to keep this short and sweet and sort of pick your brain a little bit on the before, during, and after. So that's really all the questions I have, because I don't want to make people sit forever and watch this. So thank you so much for...
You're very welcome. All the best. It's definitely something I highly recommend, to do this program with you. You are, you're lovely to deal with. You're very kind and sweet, and you're very much, I feel like you're walking beside me with it, you know, with struggles or with things that are going on, and you come from such an honest place that's beautiful for me. That's beautiful. Like I believe in what you're offering, and I believe in your healing, and I believe in your gifts, so much so that I could just let it all go. And Janet's got me.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome. Very, very welcome.
All right.